The Bluesky hate brigades are facing expulsion en masse from their places of work. Now, Bluesky is shutting down features that help in finding those sickos who celebrate tragedy. Today, we're continuing to expose them, along with the legacy media who continue to prove that they've been a lot of rot for a very long time. Hello folks and welcome back to the Pro Channel. It is a joy to have you as ever. We endeavor to explain entertainment, keep you ahead of the culture curve. And today we're going to be talking about some entertainment stuff, streaming, social media, all that kind of thing. And it's going to bring no joy to tell you that, darkness is still out there. The depraved areas of the internet continue to rave on, and now they face consequences in real life, and they're not happy about it. Click the like button. I'm going to show you why the human resources departments all across America are about to need more employees to handle all of the employees getting fired. We start with Grums. Grums is Mark Kern, and he is one of the most important figures in the gaming industry. He says this. He says, Bluesky has turned off guest search. What he's talking about is Nick Carter saying, as of yesterday, that Bluesky turned off guest search. Worked 2 days ago. They know we have them dead to rights. And so there you go. Search is currently unavailable when logged out. Looks to me like they've changed the rules, eh? And why did they do that? Well, because now they get to decide whether or not you get to search for what's going on Bluesky. And what's going on Bluesky? Awful, terrible things. Things that are being said that are just grotesque. You want to see some of it? You don't, but we're going to show it. Matt Walsh says, based on the screenshots people keep sending me, it seems that Bluesky is a place where leftists just sit around talking about who they want to kill next. You can see the image here. New woke at Oak Meow. Honestly, it should have been Matt Walsh, and I cannot wait for him to be blanked. So there you go. And then Boo Rit. This is on Bluesky. Here's what I think, folks. I think that's a criminal kind of statement, and I think that the feds need to raid Bluesky. I'm not joking about this. I think the feds need to raid Bluesky. I think they need to raid Reddit. I think they need to raid TikTok, and anybody who is calling for violence, go to jail. Go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. We're not going to do this thing where you get 14 passes. Go to jail. Go to jail and sit there and eat your 25-cent hot dog, microwaved 3 times a day, and stay there. You don't get to come out. You don't get to go back to work. And HR teams, as soon as these people are figured out who they are, they got to go. You can't employ violent extremists, nut jobs, calling for the endings of others. Metatron says this. I do not know who is worse, Hassan or Destiny, talking about streamers. Remember, we cover entertainment here. Streamers. With Pierce Morgan, the following statement was said, stop calling everyone you disagree with Yahtzees. There's a real world out there, and your words can make people pick up weapons. In response to that, Destiny said, you know what actually legitimizes widespread violence? The President of the United States constantly reminding people that the 2020 election was fraudulent. That statement legitimizes you to respond with words. It does not legitimize widespread violence. Posted 23 hours ago, posting this out with Destiny. Now, there are videos out there. We're not going to show them because we're not going to promote them. There's videos out there of these guys saying just abhorrent things. And I'm telling you right now, whether it's Twitch or whether it's YouTube or whoever has these guys on, when they make comments that call for violence, remove them. This is not cancel culture. This is accountability culture. The difference is, and people have asked me, what's the difference in cancel culture and accountability culture? In accountability culture, if you truly are sorry for breaking the basic universal moral code that we can agree on, which is you don't bring harm to innocence and you certainly don't take joy in it, if you truly are sorry for that and you pay your penance, you go through whatever it is you need to go through, there's a road back. Cancel culture, that doesn't happen. You're just canceled. Bye-bye, you're banished, you're gone. That's part of woke ideology. We don't do that. We don't do that. But Metatron is rightly pointing out some of this stuff. From Right Angle News Network, they say, breaking leftists who were fired for celebrating The death of Charlie Kirk are now resorting to begging for money and donations online through sites like GoFundMe and Gifts and Go. Here's one of these. By the way, they've raised $20, so I want to congratulate them. Everybody, let's go ahead and clap for this person. Fired from my job after Charlie Kirk's passing. They've raised $20. Everybody celebrate their $20 they made. $20. Good job for you. That's going to make up for your job, pal. It says, good evening. I'm one of the many women, aka not, hit by the far right for sharing my correct and honest reaction to Kirk's death. After a couple of days from my post on Twitter, I got an email from HR for an immediate meeting where I was asked about my post and my opinion and why of the post. I got fired immediately. Not even a second after finishing my explanation. Now I'm jobless. Good. You don't need to have a job. You don't belong in civil society. If somebody's neck gets obliterated in front of their children and you celebrate that, you don't deserve a place in civilized society. Maybe you can clean the restrooms on third shift at Walmart. Maybe. And I like the people who are cleaning the restrooms on third shift at Walmart way better than I like you. But maybe that's something you can do. But you can't exist in civil society working a job of any kind of prestige or power or superiority or supervisory. No. No. You're done. Accountability culture is here. And this stuff, listen, as I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, folks are going to get tired of me saying this. Not even snakes, not even venomous snakes hiding in the grasses take joy in the suffering of their prey. So if a human does that to another human, depraved. Robbie Starbuck says this, and boy, oh boy, I hope. Can you imagine, folks? You know what would be joyous tomorrow as I get ready to read this from Robbie Starbuck? Wouldn't it be joyous if all across America, HR departments just purged these nutcases, these nut jobs out from under them? Like, get rid of all these people who are just ghoulish. Just bye-bye. Go home. Enjoy if you get a severance, have fun with that. Have fun with, have fun with welfare, whatever it is you need to do. But you're done here. And the feds need to get into Reddit. They need to get into TikTok. All this stuff. Clean house, baby. Clean house. We have freedom of speech. I'm not going to infringe on that. But you start talking about stuff that threatens others' rights, put them in the wagon and take them to jail. Robbie Starbuck says the production manager for WDEF News 12 in Chattanooga, Tennessee, praised the aim of Charlie Kirk's killer on Facebook. WDEF management still has not fired him. The media is filled with this scum. And if you go check, I just want you to see, folks, it's not just the highest levels. Okay, it's not just at Reddit and TikTok. It's not just, Twitch. It's these places too, right? So WDEF News 12 out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. Chattanooga is like a small city, I suppose. And, it's everywhere. So you click on one of these. Okay, let's just click at one of these. Let's scroll down here to one that's got plenty. Well, we can click on any of them. WDF News 12, prayer at the mill. Tonight, local community members gathered in a powerful display of remembrance honoring the life of Charlie Kirk. If we go down here, Ben Briggs, was Mr. Hull in attendance? They have it posted. Nani says, Dan Howard, your silence condones the vile representation of your employee, Chris Hull. Do the right thing, fire Chris Hull. Is Chris Hull going? So you're in support of this parasitic mind. Now, folks, I got to be careful here a little bit. I want to say, I'm only reporting on what I'm seeing. Robbie Starbuck has posted this. It has this guy apparently who works for the local news channel there saying this vile and terrible thing. I can only presume that what Starbuck is reporting is accurate, and then all these people responding. I can only report on what I see and what is being reported by Starbuck. Not Starbucks, Starbuck. This is the kind of, this is what's needed though, okay? Not necessarily in the Chris Hull situation, because I don't know the veracity. What I can tell you though is, what's needed is every time one of these ghoulish people comes out and says something horrifically bad, they celebrate suffering, they're anti-life, they're anti-human. When they do that sort of thing, they must be called out vociferously. And people can't let go. And they can't say, you know what, we're just going to sweep it under the rug. Nope, not anymore. Hey, HR, get your paperwork ready. HR departments all around America are going to need to buy some new printers because they're going to be making a lot of papers. And Bluesky, You might try. I don't know what you're up to. I don't know why you suddenly changed it, Bluesky. But Bluesky, you may have changed the rules. Listen, that's not going to stop it. It's not going to stop it because people have awoken to the dangers of woke. And Bluesky is a hive of villainous wokeism where they don't believe in truth, they believe in power. They think the hour is here for their narcissism to reign supreme, and they're wrong. And when they did what they did, and by the way, the media is trying to spin this situation too. They're trying to say that the person who took out Charlie, that far right, no. And nobody believes you anymore, legacy media. You have been TMZ'd. We don't believe you. We're not going to believe you. You've been lying now for a very long time, and comeuppance, not physical, but moral comeuppance has arrived. Newsweek, I'll finish here. I want to show you how the legacy media is spinning this. Specifically when we talk about the vast number of people who are going to be caught now on Bluesky and other places, on Reddit, and TikTok, who are they're going to be held accountable at their places of work. Flat out. Because, listen, folks, if they'll celebrate somebody else's dying, they'll celebrate yours. They'll celebrate your child's. These people have no scruples. They have no morality whatsoever. All they want is power. So I'm going to show you how Newsweek is handling this. We're talking about people who saw the gruesome, terrible, horrific, undeserved death of someone in front of their 3-year-old child, and they jumped up and celebrated. You couldn't slow them down to get to their phone, to take joy in that. Ghoulish. Newsweek says, pilots, teachers, professors face losing jobs over Charlie Kirk posts. Oh, no! You mean if you post about Charlie Kirk, you get fired? Oh, no, that's not at all what's happening, is it? Huh, what a strange headline. Who wrote this thing? Kate Plummer. She's an investigative reporter. She's really good at her job, I'm sure. Kate says individuals who have posted social media content about Charlie Kirk risk losing their jobs. Oh, my gosh. So if you post and say, what a horrible thing, are you losing your job? No, you're not. According to multiple media reports, pilots, teachers, and professors are among those who have been fired or suspended after discussing Kirk's murder online. Kate Plummer, you're a despicable, vile, terrible, awful human being who needs redemption. You need to look in the mirror. You got problems. People are not losing their jobs, ladies and gentlemen, because they're posting their opinions. They're not losing their jobs because they wanted to discuss a national tragedy. They're losing their jobs because they celebrated assassination. They're like demons. They're like little ghoulish demon dogs. And they're losing their jobs for it. And what's more scary about this, I don't want to get in an airplane with somebody who celebrates that sort of thing. I don't care who it is who gets taken out, okay? I do care that Charlie Kirk was a good man who had opinions that some of you disagree with to different levels, okay? But in terms of, do I want to get on a plane with any pilot who's part of a death cult that celebrates when others are ended? No. No, thank you. He can go. If there are a few less flights across North America, we'll be okay. I don't want a death cultist driving my plane. Bye-bye. Hello, HR department. Send him home. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, pilot. Teachers, do you want your child to go into a classroom and be indoctrinated by a death cultist? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Have fun. Go see central office. They've got an HR paper for you. You're going home. That's what I want. Professors, too. I want all of you to go learn to code. That's what I want you to do. I want you to go learn to code, you losers, because you took joy in the suffering of innocence. And therefore, it is time for comeuppance. It's going to happen. And I stand by it, Kate Plummer. Disgusting. Disgusting. Newsweek, disgusting to run that. TMZ, disgusting sludge. We've had enough, folks. We've had you can say, Pro, you've gone too far. And I'm not. I haven't. So I'm not calling for you to be mean. I'm not calling for you to seek revenge. No. But I'm saying that there is a responsibility within our society that when people demonstrate a behavior that shows they will bring physical harm to others, that's it. That's it. They don't get prestige anymore. These narcissists, all they want is prestige and power and acclaim. They can't be allowed to have it if they break a basic tenet of humanity. And there are too many of them doing it. Sorry, Bluesky. I hope your offices are raided. I hope the feds get in there. I hope the FBI gets there. If any of you at Bluesky who are in charge, if you've been participating in this, I hope you're gone to jail. I hope you spend a decade there. I'm done with all of it. I'm done with all of it. And the reason is because I want a civil society. I want a good society where people look out for each other and care for one another. I don't want any more situations like on that subway where that young woman is treated that way and everybody just sits back and, I don't want that. I'm over it. You're over it too, aren't you? We all are. Accountability culture is here. Let's ring it in. Let's bring it in. And what is accountability culture one more time, folks? It isn't condemnation without redemption, but it's the appropriate guardrails and the statement that if you participate in awful, terrible behavior, you don't get to have power over the good people anymore. That is the video for this Sunday afternoon, folks. Thank you for spending time with us. We really do appreciate it. We are going to see you real soon. Check out the Valiant Renegade show tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern if you're watching this video at the time of release. And then more pro content on the way over the next days. We are again juggling this national tragedy and the response to it, along with the typical stuff that we do, which is theme parks and tourism and all that kind of thing. We'll continue to do that. Give us some grace if you wish for us to be one way or the other, more or less. I understand, but give us some grace as we continue to cover this, please. Like, share, subscribe, click it, stick it to the algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And until the next time, we have the honor, the privilege, and the pleasure of spending time with you and speaking honestly together. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.